Every adept communicator grasps 5 critical aspects of speech that empower them to be agile, precise, and compelling with their words. The first aspect involves expanding your lexicon. Your lexicon is your personal arsenal of words, those you comprehend and wield in conversation. Each of us possesses both a surface lexicon and a deeper one. Your surface lexicon comprises the words you naturally default to in daily communication, typically around 1,500 to 3,000 unique words. On the other hand, your deep lexicon consists of words you recognize but seldom employ in speech. For the average native English-speaking adult, the deep lexicon spans approximately 20,000 to 35,000 unique words. When formulating responses or constructing sentences, our brain initially consults our surface lexicon for familiar terms. For instance, if I were to inquire about your opinion on a steak, the immediate response might be, "The steak was good," or "It was awesome." Have you considered terms like flavorful, tender, or perfectly seasoned? These words, although known, often reside outside our surface lexicon and thus aren't readily employed to describe the steak. This underscores that our brain's default phrasing may not always be the most effective, as the words available in our surface lexicon may not be the optimal choice. This ability to articulate involves expressing ideas precisely and timely. This prompts the question, how do we access this deep lexicon we all possess? How can we imbue familiar words with greater depth, ensuring they register in our surface lexicon and surface more frequently in conversation? Let me present 2 solutions to achieve this. The first is repetition. Repetition solidifies words in your lexicon. Research from Yale reveals that a word typically needs to be used about 38 times for our brain to instinctively select it in speech, 38 times to elevate it in our surface lexicon. Notably, articulate speakers don't constantly tap into their deep lexicon. Instead, they expand their surface lexicon to include more profound and expressive vocabulary. Observe seasoned speakers and notice how they effortlessly incorporate powerful or profound words. They frequently utilize language that evokes imagery or embodies tangible concepts. For instance, rather than saying, "I have to pay attention to a lot of information," they might articulate, "I have to navigate a mosaic of information." Instead of expressing, "I'm at a lack of ideas," they convey, "I've reached idea poverty." Beyond repetition, the other effective strategy involves allowing yourself ample time to access your deep lexicon. What does this mean? Think of it akin to breathing. You can take shallow breath, just as you can speak with immediate words, or you can take deeper breaths, allowing more thoughtful words to emerge. Take a few additional seconds to excavate a more precise word from your deep lexicon. You'll be astonished at the progress you make by simply asking yourself, is this the right word? Could there be a better word for this idea? Number 2, master the art of pausing. One of the revelations in enhancing my own speech was realizing that I could transform ordinary words into extraordinary ones with well-placed pauses. The advice to use pauses is often dismissed as simplistic, yet true articulation lies in understanding the impact of silence on speech. Society tends to view pauses as signs of hesitation or lack of intelligence, but they often convey the opposite. Pausing demonstrates respect for your words, showing deliberate intent and careful consideration. In conversation, we often rush our words without fully planning their impact. Sometimes we start sentences without knowing their destination. This haste results in unclear ideas. Pausing before speaking or between thoughts fosters intimacy with your words, allowing both you and your listener to absorb them more deliberately. Number 3, refine your language by pruning filler words. Most of us know we should minimize ums, ahs, and other fillers. These words disrupt flow and clarity in speech, though they're a natural part of language. Filler words emerge when our mouths race ahead of our minds, striving to maintain control of the conversation. To overcome this, focus on enunciating word endings. This naturally slows your speech, channeling your attention to word selection. Additionally, practice keeping your mouth closed until you've crafted a clear opening statement, avoiding filler introductions like Number 4, curate your language inputs. Your speech reflects the language you consume daily. If you immerse yourself in casual, slang-laden content, these patterns infiltrate your lexicon. Surround yourself with articulate sources, books, conversations, media that enrich your vocabulary and thinking. Number 5, refine your vocal instrument. Articulation isn't just about word choice, it's also about how you deliver them. Effective speakers infuse melody and variation into their speech, captivating listeners with pitch, volume, and pace. Practice reading poetry aloud to refine your voice. Poetry demands nuanced vocal expression, teaching you to emphasize words creatively. Incorporate these techniques into your daily communication and watch your articulation skills flourish. Thank you for watching, and I wish you success in mastering the art of articulate speech.